Hello friends, welcome in the practical session of the course Path 232. Today's practical that is about identification of biocontrol agents. Let's see in detail. So first of all, regarding the learning objectives, first quickly recap or revise the last practical. During last practical, we studied calculations based on economics of IPM. And now that is regarding biocontrol agent. First of all, that is introduction. What is it? Then characteristics of biocontrol agent. Then what are different biocontrol agent? Example. Then how to identify the biocontrol agent, that is identification characters. Then different methods of identification. Last one, that is summary. So first one, introduction. First of all, what is a biocontrol agent? It is also known as antagonist. It is the one that reduces the number or disease producing activities of the pathogen. What are different microbes which are considered as biocontrol agent? That is fungi, virus, then bacteria. In case of fungi, Trichoderma species. In case of virus, HNPV. Then in case of bacteria, Pseudomonas, etc. Then what about the mechanism of biocontrol agent? It includes competition, then second one parasitism, third one antibiosis, last that is lysis. Let's discuss the characteristics or which characteristics are considered under ideal biocontrol agent. First one, it should be non-pathogenic to plant, human, animal, etc. That means it should not cause disease. Then it should possess the broad spectrum activity, that means it can control many types of diseases. Then it must have fast growth and sporulation ability. Then it should be cultured under artificial media. Then it must be capable of abundant production, and it can be done by growing the inoculum using the liquid fermentation technology. It should be economically feasible and viable. Then regarding shelf life, it should have long shelf life. Then it must be efficacious under the different environmental conditions. Then regarding compatibility, it must be compatible with the biofertilizers. Then it should be non-toxic to the beneficial microbes. Then regarding formulation and methods of application, it must be easily formulated and having convenient methods of application. Then regarding persistence and survival capacity, it should get easily established in the soil. Then it should be biologically competitive with the other microbes. So what are different biocontrol agent? In this table you can see the different biocontrol agent, that is antagonist, the scientific name, and the pathogens it can control. First one, that is Trichoderma herzianum. It controls the soil-borne diseases, that is caused by Rhizoctonia species, Fusarium species, Pythium species, etc. Then in case of bacteria, for example Bacillus subtilis, it also controls the Fusarium species and Rhizoctonia species, etc. So first one, that is Trichoderma herzianum. The fungus develops or grows rapidly and develop the aerial mycelium, that is whitish green or bright green to dull green. And you can see the green conidia and septate hypha and flash shaped phyllates and the branch conidiophore in the diagram. Next, that is the microscopic features of Trichoderma. First one, that is a septate hyaline hyphae. Then next one, the conidiophores, these are branched. Then phyllates, these are typically flash shaped and hyaline. Then the conidia, it is peculiarly green in color. Then Trichoderma species, it may also produce chlamydospores. as shown in this picture. You can see how conidia develops step by step procedure. Next one, that is Trichoderma viridi. Colonies on the PDA plate. These are fast growing, dark green, and it is having typical coconut odor. Next one, that is bacterial biocontrol agent Pseudomonas fluorescens. The cells, they have multitracheous flagella. They produce soluble fluorescent pigments, that is greenish to bluish in appearance. Then next one, different methods of identification. So there are different methods in case of fungal antagonists and bacterial antagonists. So let's discuss regarding fungal antagonists. These are identified by the method, that is isolation and purification. Isolation, it is a separation of pathogen from the diseased tissue. Then and pure culture is obtained. Then in next one, that is serial dilution and slide preparation. In case of serial dilution, you can see the step by step procedure, and we already studied this serial dilution in the previous courses, that is MIBO 111 and PATH 121. Then next one, in case of bacterial antagonists, these are identified by the staining methods and biochemical methods. So in this slide we are discussing regarding only staining methods. There are two types of staining, that is first one simple staining and second one gram staining. In case of simple staining, cell grouping, morphology of bacteria is studied. Then in case of gram staining, gram positive and gram negative nature of bacteria is determined. In case of gram positive, the color it is or stain, it is a purple or violet, while in case of gram negative it is pink. Then next one, biochemical method. In that first one, that is starch hydrolysis. Let's discuss the procedure. Prepare the starch agar plates, then streak the bacterial culture on it, then incubate the plates for 48 hours at 37 degrees Celsius, then flood them with grams iodine for around 30 seconds, then pour off the excess solutions. Then these are the test results, that is you can see before addition of iodine solution and after addition of the iodine solution, the difference. The positive starch hydrolysis test is obtained in case of Bacillus subtilis, and while negative in case of Escherichia coli. The difference is that bluish blackish color surrounding the growth of organism. For example, the clear zone is seen. Then next one, catalase test. In this case, prepare the liquid culture or apply 3 to 4 drops of hydrogen peroxide to flow over the entire surface of culture. Then regarding test result, check and wait for the result. You can see bubbling in case of positive result, that means catalase is present. Then next one, that is a nitrate reduction test. In this case, prepare the nitrate broth media, inoculate the bacterium, then incubate for 24 to 48 hours at 37 degrees Celsius, then add 5 drops of sulfanilic acid and methyl alpha naphthylamine each, then wait for the result. In this picture, you can see the negative and positive results. The redness in the broth, it indicates the nitrate reduction positive test. No change indicates the negative test. Then last one, that is acid and gas production from glucose. So prepare the phenol red glucose broth, then take it in a test tube with a Durham's tube, then inoculate the test bacterium, then incubate it for around 24 to 48 hours at 37 degrees Celsius, and after 1 to 2 days check the results. You will see change in color, that is from reddish to yellow in appearance. The color change indicates the acid it is present in the particular bacteria, or it is produced by the bacteria. Then gap in tube indicates the positive test in case of gas production. So at the end of the practical session, you gain knowledge about what is biocontrol agent, for example, and different examples under this, then what are different characteristics, then how to identify, that is the methods of identification of biocontrol agent. Thanks for attention. Stay tuned. Take care.